sea. Look at this stash seized by the Coast Guard this morning. CBS 4's Gabby Fleischman joins us live from Miami Beach with how the Coast Guard was able to make the bust. Gabby.
Elliot, the Coast Guard tells us that they confiscated almost $14 million worth of marijuana and cocaine during a routine mission in the Caribbean. And they say if it weren't for the bust, it's likely all those drugs would have ended up here in the U.S. One bag after another filled with drugs seized at sea are piled up on the shores of South Florida, weighing in at nearly 4,000 pounds. The U.S. Coast Guard confiscating dozens of packages of marijuana and garbage bags full of cocaine, $14 million worth, during a 2-month-long counter-drug mission.
Your will to catch them has to be greater than their will to get away. And their will is pretty substantial, so it can get extraordinarily dangerous. On May 22nd, a Coast Guard plane spotted a suspicious go-fast boat near Colombia. The suspected smuggler started to throw bags overboard, according to authorities. Crews recovered 14 bales of cocaine, and Colombian police arrested the men on board. 5 days later, Coast Guard crews spotted another group of suspected smugglers throwing bales of marijuana into the water near Panama. 4 Costa Rican men were taken into custody and brought back to Miami Beach on the Coast Guard cutter to face drug trafficking charges.
There's a direct correlation between violent crime and illegal drugs. And, we're concerned, obviously, because we've got 8 of the 10 deadliest countries in the Western Hemisphere. So we know that if we can stop the drugs, we can stop the violence.
The contraband crackdowns are part of Operation Martillo, an international partnership designed to hammer out the use of Central American shipment routes to smuggle illicit drugs, weapons, and cash into the U.S.
Those organizations fuel violence, they fuel instability, and those subsequent effects have impacts on the United States. It is no coincidence that 40,000 plus unaccompanied children wound up on the southwest border last spring to flee those countries from the violence and the corruption.
And so far this year, the U.S. Coast Guard says they've seized more than $2 billion worth of drugs. They say by the end of the year, they're hoping to hit $3 billion. We're live from Miami Beach. Gabby Fleischman, CBS 4 News.
Gabby, thank you. The Coconut Creek police officers